Peace, family. It is Layani, and I'm going to talk about one of the most important things that radically changed my self-healing and self-exploration journey, and really just my life journey, period. What I had to understand, and I think it's important for beings to start coming into awareness of, is that we reincarnate as spirits into this physical vessel, our earth suits, every single lifetime for lessons. So a lot of us are focused on the people in our lives. We're focused on the trauma. We're focused on the actual story. We're focused on the timeline. We are focused on so many other things outside of what we actually are here for, which is the lesson. Please understand that every single person that is in your life, everything that you have experienced, everything that has been thrown your way, everything that you've worked through, learned through, expanded through, is here to help you ascend. How do you ascend? Is by learning the lesson. Every single thing that has happened to me in my life up to this point, I have sat down with, I have analyzed, I have dissected and found the lesson in it for me. So I am ascending. I am not necessarily worried about the people in the story. I'm not necessarily worried about the people in the experience. So if, let's say, I have people that are upset at me for following my intuition and my gut, I'm not necessarily worried about the person. If the person is relevant to me, as far as I'm still thinking about them, or they still somehow in my body, in my consciousness, in my thoughts, then I am asking myself the question of, what is this person here to teach me? If there's a person that is constant in my life that I can't necessarily get rid of, like a family member, a parent, could be a very hard relationship, I am not worried about the person necessarily. I love them, I unconditionally love them, but I'm not so much worried about their story or what they believe is important for me to focus on. What I am focusing on is the lesson. So I am constantly asking myself, okay, Layani, you have manifested this person, this being, the spirit in your life at this very moment. Why? What is the lesson that is meant to learn from this situation, this relationship, this connection, so you can ascend? We need to start focusing on our ascension only. Ascension. Moving up, doing what we came here to do, which is allowing our spirit to ascend, to be greater, to be able to hold more consciousness, to activate more of our DNA so we can be who we really are, gods and goddesses. Stop worrying about the petty things, the little things that don't even matter. The person didn't say this to you, or the person said that, or they walked in and they didn't say hello, or the little things that doesn't matter. Instead, focus on the lessons. Ground yourself in that thought. If everything that is happening to me is to allow me to ascend, what is the lesson that is in this? What have I not yet become conscious of? What is my consciousness still not getting a hold of? So I can move forward, so I can move up, so I can expand, so my heart can open. Everything is here to help you ascend. No matter how painful it is, no matter how ugly it looks, everything is here to allow you to experience yourself in a different way, but you have to unlock that. And the way to unlock that is through lessons. Gather all your fucking lessons. Learn all your lessons, because no one is more important than you. No experience is more important than you. Everything that you're experiencing now is temporary. The only thing that remains and goes beyond this temporary moment are the lessons, is how much your consciousness expands, how much you're able to hold, how much of your DNA you unlock, how much of yourself you actually get to meet. Every single person that allows you to experience a new experience, in a sense, is helping you unlock different parts of you. But if you're stuck on the experience, or blaming, or shame, or guilt, or all these low vibration emotions, and not yet focusing on the high vibration, which is the lesson, how is this expanding me more into myself? How is this connecting me more to the universe? How is this connecting me to the greater thread of life? How is this making me realize who I really am? How is this unlocking my DNA? Until you're asking yourself those questions and you are pushing yourself, because it's hard. It's not easy. When I can ask myself, I'm constantly in battle with myself in finding the balance between being and doing, right? It's hard. It's a constant hard. It's actually, to me, it's annoying at this point, right? I could catch myself being the victim. Like, okay, universe, I do my best all the time. I'm trying so hard, but it's not working. Like, I'm not getting it. Like, I'm still doing and being all together, and there's so much imbalance. I could stay stuck there, or I could sit down for a second. I could meditate on it. I could spend days, weeks asking myself, Leilani, okay, you have seen yourself live all these years. You are here now, and you cannot balance doing and being. Why? What are the parts of yourself that is stopping you? Now, how do you expand? Like, how do you find the harmony into the two? How do I push myself? How do I awaken parts of myself that doesn't get it? Because there's no point in me blaming the universe or being a victim. That doesn't bring me anywhere. Being a victim takes your power away. It causes you to shrink. Take your power completely and learn the lessons. Please, people, it is all about the lessons. If I could share any piece of advice on how to radically change your self-healing and self-exploration journey, is focus on the lessons. No matter what situation it is, what person you're in connection with, what you've been through, what is the lesson for your spirit? Go beyond the physical, which is beyond the person, their name, their title, how they relate to you. What is the lesson that their spirit has come to bring you? What did you and this person get into contract for them to remind you of, for them to help you activate? Okay, so that is it for me. Focus on the lessons, please, because when you focus on the lessons, you start working on what's actually important, what is actually going to bring you more into awareness and mindfulness and happiness and peace and power, self-power, because we are conditioned to focus on all the little details that are actually not important, and that is not a coincidence. There's a way that they do that through programming our minds. So we have to deprogram and then add a new programming, which is asking us, what is the lesson in this? I'm not worried about the petty stuff. I'm not worried about the argument. I'm not worried about what he said. I'm not worried about what happened. Okay, I'm in the situation at this very moment, and this is coming up, and this is what I'm feeling, and I've seen this whole life play out of mine. What is this coming to teach me? What parts of myself do I need to see? What parts of myself what programmings, right? These parts of myself that they've created that no longer serves me, how do I get rid of them? Ask yourself powerful questions and then do the work. Okay, if you want to schedule a one-on-one session with me, that is what I'm here for. I am a self-mastery, spiritual guide, wellness coach for women, all about helping you through your self-healing and self-exploration. If you have an imbalance in your life, something that is bothering you, if there's an emotion that is constant with you, if there's a way that you want to change your life but haven't found a way to do it and would want some guidance, that is what I'm here for, helping you gain power in your self-healing, in your self-exploration, in truly thriving and living the life that you deserve, just full of happiness, joy, compassion, self-love, love for others, all the emotions that has to do with the heart center. Okay, I love you. Take care of yourself. You're the most important person in the world. Don't you ever forget it. Peace.